Hello everybody. This is usually the part where you expect some sort of gameplay or a previously on segment or something like that. But I have something I want to talk to you about. Something way more important than any of that. So just shut the fuck up for a minute. God! Be patient. Jesus. You may recall a couple episodes ago, I said something like this. I need to know Rui's opinion. I actually need to know Rui's opinion on every canon character. Like right now. Specifically though, I needed to know the placement of my favorite character, Michiru. Okay, specifically Michiru, but that's my personal favorite, but either way. And I am happy to announce that they came through for us. We got an official Rui tier list. And look who made it into the top 3, baby! Woo-hoo-hoo! That's my girl! Michiru! Michiru! Rui, I'm sorry for anything bad I ever said about you. I didn't know your game. I didn't know you were this based. Rui is now my new favorite character in Danganronpa Survivor's Guild. Friendship with Kokoro ended. Rui is now my best friend. Okay, I'm joking. Nothing, you can't beat Kokoro. But we can declare it a tie. Listen, us Michiru stands, we gotta stick together. Us Kazumites. That's what I'm calling us now. Us Kazumites. We have to be strong together. And also, this is how I know Rui isn't the mastermind. Anyone with Michiru in their top 3 can't be evil. I refuse to believe it. Looking at the rest of the tier list too, honestly, me and Rui have some pretty similar tastes. I think I agree with him on most of these characters. At worst, I'd probably move some of them like up or down a tier, but that's really about it. The only one I super disagree with is Yasuhiro. I'm personally a Yasuhiro stan. Even if it is mostly just because me and my brothers have made mini memes out of his dialogue. I know I've referenced, I bet it was an iron pipe at least once or twice on this channel. But whatever. I'm not one to get, pissy about someone else's opinions. And even if I was, the rest of this tier list is so fucking based. Who the fuck cares what Yasuhiro placed? Fuck that guy. Michiru got number 3, baby! That's all I need in life. Anyway, just thought I'd share that break and update with you all. We can get back to the regular video now. Thank you for watching. How's it going, everyone? My name is Evan. Welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Survivor's Guild. We're still knee-deep in the daily life of Chapter 2. Chapter 3? Chapter 3, I can count. Don't come at me. I know last episode showed off how poor my math skills are. I can do basic counting, though. I promise. I'm not that far off the deep end. Anyway, last episode, we ended things with Monokurfi beginning to reveal the next motive, and then we left things off on a bit of a cliffhanger because I'm just a darn devilish fool, you know? I'm not so much different from Hayato in a way. I'm going through my Hayato arc. Can we stop calling it a Joker arc? Can we call it a Hayato arc now? Okay, let's see what the motive is. Ah, I knew it. We were outside and there we saw. Guys, what's going on? Why is it dark outside? Wait, it's already nighttime? How long have we been inside? Are you stupid? It's still around 13 o'clock. But that's the middle of the day. Hey, you shitty robot, what's going on? He told us he wouldn't answer any questions. It must be some kind of trick to confuse us. How is this supposed to make us more willing to kill each other than we already were? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I know I said this was my guess on what it was, but I'm not sure how this works as a motive. I mean, I guess it makes things scarier. Adds to some paranoia, I suppose. I don't know. I kind of prefer the night over the day, though. TBH. I'd just be chilling. Let's think out this calmly. In someone explained way, Monokurfi has caused the island to become as dark as night. And from his words, I understand that it will stay that way until the next murder. That's kind of lame, but I don't understand how this works as a motive. Is the constant night supposed to drive us insane just like the alarm did? I don't think it's nearly as bad. Well, to be fair, the lack of sunlight is bad for your mental health. Take people who live within the Arctic Circle. They experience the polar night when the sun does not rise for weeks or even months. Foreshadowing? And how does it affect them? They report higher rates of depression and other mental problems. Okay, yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. Thank God we have a doctor here to keep us on track. And they're more likely to commit suicide in extreme cases. That's not good. In fact, that's pretty bad, actually. Yes, but you're talking about an effect that appears after living there for months, right? Indeed. So it doesn't seem like an effective move. I mean, I doubt Montecristi will want to wait months for the next murder. Yeah, that does seem weird. Maybe if it was pitch black, but this just looks like normal night. If it was completely pitch black, it would be difficult to commit murder, though. I don't think it's that simple. I begin to suspect that the night itself isn't the motive. It isn't? No, it's more like a show of power. Montecristi wants to show us he can do anything. And by doing that, either scare us or confuse us. Or maybe there's something blocking the sun that's the motive. Is he some kind of god or what? No way, God would not behave that way. He would not force us into such a game. He's no god, it's just a trick. You might be right, but how is he doing it? With a magic wand? Let's focus on serious theories, okay? Everyone, tell us what you think and we'll discuss your ideas. Can I? Yes, Takeshi, any theory would do, even if it sounds silly. Maybe it's a solar eclipse? And it started the exact time we were speaking with Montecristi? I mean, he could have planned it. Solar eclipses are easy to predict. Yes, but that wouldn't fit what he said. He told us that this situation would stay that way until the murder. I control the sun now, bitches! Yeah, the longest solar eclipse lasted for less than 8 minutes. So if this was it, it would end about right now. It doesn't seem like anything is changing. Oh well, it seems like my theory was a dud. Like usual. Well then maybe you got a better one. No, I'm not here to think. Okay, I got an idea. Go on. Maybe Montecristi colored the island with some kind of barrier to block out the sun. Oh, it's like the Simpsons movie. Exactly the same thing. A barrier? Something like a giant umbrella? Yeah, I'm not sure how it would work, but it can be done, right? It can, but this is not the case here. Just look at the sky. The sky? But what? Oh. You see now? Yeah, the moon and the stars are still there like normal. Oh, that's right. If they covered the whole island, we wouldn't see them either. Okay, at least I tried. I thought of another possible explanation. I hope it's better than the last one. What if we're not actually in the middle of an ocean? What? How would that work? See, it might sound crazy, but maybe this island is artificial. It's actually a huge set. A set? Yeah, what we see above us isn't the sky, instead it's a giant dome. Oh, I see what you mean. You're saying they're projecting the sky on top of the dome. That way they could change it from day to night whenever they wanted. Yeah, exactly. That does seem like the most reasonable explanation so far. But I thought this was the island from Danganronpa 44. And the island was real, it wasn't under any dome. They could have made a replica though. Maybe. Unfortunately, I forget about one thing, which is my boat expedition. Oh, that's right. What does it have to do with it? I drove that boat quite far from the island, to the point of barely seeing the shore. And yet I have not encountered any outside walls, or wall of any dome. Maybe it's just a really big dome. Just how big would it have to be? There's no chance. It would have to be tens of kilometers wide. That would make it one of the biggest man-made structures in the world. There's no way you could hide something like that. So that's another theory down. Does anyone else have any ideas? Sumire? I think I know what's going on. There's only one explanation that makes sense. Then tell us. You see, there's been multiple things that have confused me since we've arrived on this island. First, everything surrounding Gumi's boat trip. Then the lack of radio signals and the incredibly weird lie detector that Montecristi gave us. That's true, it was weird. And now the sun has disappeared. That's certainly the weirdest thing so far. So I can only think of one explanation, and it would explain everything easily. Don't keep us in suspense then. But surely you must have thought about this, right? You and Rui. You mean that? You two must have recognized this already, haven't you? You just didn't want to accept that, though. No, not again. Sumire, can you please explain what you mean? Yes. We're inside a virtual reality simulation. A what? You're joking, right? I'm afraid not. This might be the only theory that makes sense. But, wait a second, virtual reality? Like, in a video game? So our gaming competition earlier was like gaming exception. Whoa. Not just a regular game, a perfect simulation of a killing game. Is something like this even possible? It is. The technology was created about a decade ago, and the company who made it was Team Danganronpa. Damn, they really wanted that Danganronpa 2 money, huh? What on earth? Even in this universe, it's still the game that gets the most merch. It makes sense. TDR was so rich, they had funds to create some incredible advanced technology. Yeah, like the flashback lights. This can't be real. We would have known if we were put in something like this. But it's true that many things in this game did not make sense, especially this night. I suppose we could have been connected to a simulation when we were knocked out at the convention. But apart from those few things, everything is exactly like in real life. The sound, smell, flavors, everything. The TDR simulation was extremely similar to the real world. It was basically impossible to tell the difference while connected to it. How do you know so much about it? Because it has actually been used twice. What? You see, the story of the second fictional Danganronpa game took place in a simulation. It was called the Neo World program. It was a very popular twist, and it was copied in several fan-made Danganronpa stories. So TDR decided to create it for real. They worked for years to create their own virtual reality simulation, also named the Neo World program. Eventually, TDR held 2 of their Danganronpa seasons inside a simulation, and none of the participants realized that. Just ask Gumi. Why, Gumi, don't tell me she... Yes, that's right. My season was one of those too. It took place in a simulation. Holy shit! I heard some rumors about it, but I never thought I would actually see such a thing from inside. Why isn't this story more well known? I haven't heard about it at all. Probably because it was considered a failure by TDR. They have been avoiding any mentions of this for years. But the diehard fans remember it. I suppose most of the survivors deliberately avoid any news about Danganronpa. That might be why we haven't heard of it. So we're really in a simulation, huh? Hey, wait a second, guys. Huh? This is the best news ever. Why? Just think about it. If this is a simulation, then no one has died. Shoma, Yumi, Mako, Rika, all of them just woke up in the real world. Yeah, you're right. Can't say they, I'm gonna go off on a limb and say they didn't, replicate the twist of Danganronpa 3, the anime. They don't seem like the kind of people who'd let that happen. Noru would still be dead, though. That's true, but everyone else should still be okay, right? But if that's the case, then that's not all. It means that even if the rest of us get killed, nothing would happen to us. We would just leave the game, right? Wait, so does that mean that we all should just commit suicide? Suicide? Yeah, it's the easiest way to leave the game. Yeah, but it is an option, but either way, we won't die here. Oh my god, I'm so relieved. I'm gonna kill myself right now! Let's go! Guys. What? I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but it's not that simple. It's not? Sumura, you're the expert on technology. Can you explain it to them? Okay, I'll try and keep it simple. There are 2 possible versions of a Neo World simulation server. The only difference is the way in which the participants are connected to the machine. The first one is colloquially known as a soft connection. It uses a special buffer module that works as a safety barrier between the user brain and the simulation. A barrier? Yes, it protects the user's mind from the shock of experiencing injury or death. So if you die inside the simulation using the soft connection, you would be fine, and you'd wake up in the real world. In the second option, it's called a hard connection. It doesn't have the barrier. So that means, yes, with that connection, you would face the full shock of experiencing death, and you would die for real. Well, die might not be the right word. What do you mean? Your body would survive, but your whole consciousness and personality would be gone forever. It is impossible to reverse that process. So you would turn into an empty husk, a shell, a vegetable. Yes, pretty much. It's not like in the second fictional Danganronpa game where you just fell into a coma. You're gone for good. Interesting. Why would anyone ever want to use that hard connection? Why would they even create that technology if the safe one exists? I think I can guess. They probably invented the deadly version first. But later on they improved it and came up with this safety barrier to make it safe to use. Oh, Kokoro. Am I wrong? You really underestimate the ruthlessness of Team Danganronpa. She's just naive. She's just sweet and naive. Don't ruin her innocence. Really tell her. Unfortunately, Kokoro is the exact opposite. Opposite? Yeah. You see, back in the late 2020s, TDR experimented a bit with making Danganronpa more family-friendly. Ah, yes, you told us that. And the culmination of that was the creation of the Neo World program. They wanted to use one of the most famous ideas from the fictional Danganronpa to create a killing game where no one would really die. That sounds boring. No, that was a fantastic idea. You'd have all the thrills of a killing game without any deaths. Sounds like a good idea for business. I would disagree, but it's still much better than a regular killing game. TDR originally also felt that way, so they launched Season 39 inside the Neo World program using the soft connection. And then all hell broke loose. What happened? You see, after 15 years of their Danganronpa obsession, most of the fans had a mindset of more similar to what Hayato was saying. Oh? A killing game with no actual deaths? They thought it was boring and lame, like it didn't count. Those fuckers. The amount of hateful comments online was unlike anything else seen before. The fans accused TDR of selling out, of going woke. Oh man, we're still using woke in the year 2039. They review bombed the season and spammed all the contact emails with hate mail. And of course, the viewership numbers also fell lower than in any previous season. TDR was losing a lot of money, but that still wasn't enough for the fans. What else did they do? The madness reached its highest point when 2 fans actually set fire to the main building of the TDR Corporation. Holy shit! Jesus! They did what? Fortunately, no one was killed. I won't say fortunately in this case. All the people inside were safely evacuated and the perpetrators were apprehended. But that thing really scared the TDR execs. So what did they do? They had a huge press conference where they apologized to the whole fandom and promised never to do such a thing again. What the fuck? So for the next 40th season, they modified the simulation to make sure that the people who died in the game would die for real. And that was the season that I was in, which means that everyone who died because of me was really dead. So I should tell them one of the worst things about your season? I don't think it can get much worse. Yeah, tell us! The fans weren't very trusting after season 39. Some of them didn't believe that the participants died for real. So whenever someone died inside the simulation and became a husk, the showrunners would take their still living body and euthanize them on live TV. What? That's unbelievably cruel! I suppose it's not like they could feel anything at that point. They showed everyone life readings coming to an end on giant monitors, and they had 3 independent doctors confirm the deaths in front of the camera. Everything to convince the viewers that they really did it. This sounds insane even for Danganronpa standards. So why didn't they continue this in the next season? Because it was pointless. With a hard connection, people still had to die. Meanwhile, the cost of using the Neo World system were extremely high, which made it unsustainable in the long run. Besides, the events with euthanasia were too morbid even for some Danganronpa fans. So they decided to just scrap it and pretend that it never happened. That's right, but the technology still exists today, so it's possible that the Terminus Council were able to get their hands on it. Okay, thanks for the history lesson, but we still need to know the most important thing. Which version of the system is our simulation using, the soft connection or the hard one? Well, that is the big question. I don't know if you can figure that out without the extreme risk of dying. Sadly, it's impossible to determine that from the inside of the program. Shit. So we don't know anything. Damn, I was really looking forward to killing myself. No, exactly, there is one way to find out. Isn't that right, Takeshi? You're asking me? Yeah, just a short while ago, you said we should commit suicide. Are you still up for it? Well, okay, even if he did fucking come out alive, like, how would he get the message to you guys? Come on, it's easy. Just kill yourself, as the modern kids call it. Unalive yourself. That way you will immediately know which connection it is. But so you're scared? I knew it, loser. To be fair, this really was a soft connection. One of us could leave the simulation and help the rest of us wake up. Although you still have to risk their life. Okay, but if it also, like, in that case, 4 people have already left then, technically. And where are they? You're forgetting one thing. Yeah, 4 people already died and none of them did anything to help us leave. Maybe those 4 people were just assholes, and we just didn't know. They woke up and saw us and were like, that's their problem. I did my thing. Bye. I mean, even if they did survive, we don't know what happened to them after that. The people from Terminus might have locked them up to prevent them from rescuing us. I guess that is also true, yeah. Damn, it's also possible that all of us are connected using the hard connection, but the mastermind is using a soft one, so they won't die even if we kill them. No, that is impossible. Huh? The Neo World servers are not prepared to handle multiple types of connections at once, so it's either soft for everyone or hard for everyone. I see. Sorry, I was about to make a dumb, dirty joke. I'm not going to continue. It's too dumb for me to even say out loud. From what we've seen our captors so far, and from what they did to Minoru, I would expect that they didn't bother to protect our lives and used a hard connection. But there's no way for us to be sure. It would be a different story if we could ask Montecristi, but of course he already said that he won't answer any questions. And that's the real motive of this chapter. The motive? Think about it. We don't know for sure if we're in a simulation, and we know what type of connection the server is using. But as long as there's a small chance that it's a soft one, then someone might commit murder hoping that's the case. Or just commit suicide, like I said. Ah, okay, I see. Mark Herfey is thinking deep about this, playing some 4D chess with us. Yes, and that is what the mastermind wants. That's why Mark Herfey turned off the sun. That's horrifying. Still, it's quite a bold move. In Gumi season, she didn't find out about the simulation until the game ended. In season 39, it was used as a twist of the final chapter, same in the fictional Danganronpa 2. Even the fangans that copied that twist usually didn't reveal it before the last 2 chapters. What are you getting at? What I mean is, this is not a standard chapter 3 twist. It's way too early to reveal such information to us. The mastermind must have a reason to do that. Yeah, I was thinking that too. This is kind of like a sudden, like... I guess they did build up to it a little bit, but like... to be fair, they revealed quite a lot of important things already. The Terminus Council and now the simulation. They are toying with us. I think from the writer standpoint, though, it's a very clever move, because, like... the way they're playing with the tropes and everything, like, we don't know, like... We don't know what's real, what's... Yeah. What am I saying? Like, with the way this game is set up and handled, it makes a lot of sense for a twist like this to just kind of come out of nowhere, and then you know, it's part of the mystery. Are we really in a simulation? How close to these Danganronpa traditions are we sticking? They want to show us that they can do anything with us. They can reveal as much as they want. We still can't do shit to stop them. So a show of power, huh? That's possible. It surely makes us doubt our hopes even more. The mastermind seems like a nasty guy. I want to meet them. Oh, a woman. So what are we even supposed to do now? Nothing. Women can host killing games too. Nothing. We continue the same way as we did. Nothing. We follow the same rules as before. We stay safe and we survive. It's not like this motive will break our minds the same way as the previous one, so just don't do anything stupid. Assume that we're using the hard connection and continue on. Sooner or later, the mastermind must make some kind of mistake or expose themselves. I surely hope so. Alright, I think that's all for now. You can go back to whatever you were doing. Just remember, stay calm. Easy for you to say. I won't repeat myself. You're dismissed. So what now? Can we really continue like nothing happened? I suppose that is the only way. It's still early despite the lack of sun. I could go talk with someone, other than Hayato. Oh, am I allowed to talk to Alicia now? No. Okay, then. Where was everyone then? Why won't the tab button work? Damn. Maybe in my special YouTube version, the tab button just straight up doesn't work. It was working earlier though. Am I crazy? I don't know. Is this a thing I should report to Raven, or did I break something? I don't know. You know, yeah, let's spend some more time with Sumire. I wanted to see if I could figure out where everyone is chilling, but hold on, before we do this, I gotta get a drink. Hold on. I ran out of my good brain juice. I need to fulfill my caffeine addiction real quick. Alright. Hey, what's up, girl? Hello. Hi. I was just going for a walk. Want to join me? Sure, we can talk on the way. So, want to hear me nerd out some more about some astronomy? Fuck. Want to hear me nerd out about some astronomy? Actually, I want to ask you about your murder. I want to nerd out, actually. Oh, so we're switching to the topic that you can nerd about. I suppose. Anyway, as a part of deepening the bonds between the people here, I thought we could share some thoughts about our Danganronpa murders. A weird way to do it, but okay. Usually I prefer not to think much about mine. That's understandable. But if you ask it nicely, I mean, the murders is like the one thing that connects us all, so... you know what happened, right? It was a gunshot. Yeah, you shot someone in the head from behind. That was a gruesome sight. I never want to see that again. I can imagine. Either way, I was lucky. I was able to find a gun and a few bullets in one of the rooms we were exploring. And you didn't tell anyone about it? Yeah, I kept it to myself. Things that they didn't know which one of us found the gun and used it. It's a good thing they didn't have fingerprints analysis available, huh? Right, that would have been my downfall. How did you manage to keep cool after the murder? I don't really remember. Everything between the shot and the mass execution at the end feels like a blur in my head. I've heard it's like that for many people. Pathetic, isn't it? We've taken someone's life, but we're too weak to even process it properly. Yeah. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with me. You're welcome. Well, lovely talk. That happy music was very fitting. Alright, let's go mix it up a bit. I've only really hung out with Sumire so far, so let's see. Who else is around? Who else would be fun to chill with? Anyone down here? No, why would anyone be down here? We're done with this island. This island is old news. It's so chapter 2, man. I don't know, maybe there's someone in the gardens. Let's go to the gardens. We'll talk to whoever's there. Unless it's one of the people I can't talk to. Mamoru and Takeshi, okay. Let's finish our Mamoru. Hey there, Mamoru. Oh, hi. Something wrong? I just didn't expect that you'd want to talk to me. Why not? You're a cool guy. Thanks. Say, Mamoru, how you dealing with our situation? Well, it could be worse. Do you have any tips on dealing with stress? For me, it's my faith that is keeping me sane. Ah, right, you're religious. That's very rare among Danganronpa survivors. I think you're the only one I know who... Oh my god, sorry. Sorry, dude. I know you're opening your heart up to me about God and everything, but... I had to let that out. I think you're the only one I know who's like that. That's just the way I am. Maybe I was just programmed this way. But I do feel God's presence in my life. I feel like he's guiding me. I can't relate, but I respect that. If that's what's keeping you sane, then good for you. Is it a problem that this island doesn't have a place for prayer? Any place can be a place for prayer if you have faith. I don't need churches or temples when I have beliefs in my heart. I guess you're right. I feel like God is the one who helped me survive this long. I'd say you need to give more credit to yourself. Even if God exists, they wouldn't be able to help you if you weren't capable enough. All of us do our best to survive. I suppose. I think both these statements can be true. Thanks for supporting me in your own way. Always glad to help. Oh, hello. Is this, sometime later, there's like, Rui, we need to talk about your addiction. Gumi, Rui, I have to talk to you two. Alright. Can we listen to, or should we leave? Yeah, we're just passing by, you know. It's your choice. I won't chase you away. I think it's good if more people who are reasonable hear it. So, actually, maybe you two should leave. Then tell us what you want to say. Is this about the motive? Partially, yes. I want to discuss what this new situation means in context of finding the mastermind. You got some ideas? Only a hunch. It's something. You see, we already discussed that Haru Miyamoto might be the mastermind, right? Yeah, I told you that, but you all did not want to believe me. I still think it's unlikely. But don't you think that this whole virtual reality simulation makes it more likely? Why do you think so? He's the ultimate hacker, so he'd have the skills to run something like this. I'm not sure. Why? Because he'd still need to access the technology, and the only people who'd be able to get it were Terminus. So if Terminus could get the tech, they could also hire people to use it. Right, then they wouldn't need Haruo. But Haru is personally connected to this game. He's the only wolf who wasn't kidnapped or killed, and his boyfriend was here too. Ex-boyfriend. Yeah, but still. Rui, you said that he has a new boyfriend now, right? Yeah, what about him? What if he's a Terminus agent, and he convinced Haru to help those guys? I don't think so. I've met him, he doesn't seem like a person who could do that. Gumi, you've been in 2 killing games now. You know that people can hide their true nature. I'm not talking about his personality, I'm talking about who he is. Who he is? Yes, he's one of the survivors of that last year's game that we stopped. Oh, that one. So does that mean that he's a copy? A copy? Alright, you said something like that. Some rich bastard created copies of people from past Fanganronpa seasons using the flashback lights. And then made them kill each other. So Haru's boyfriend was also made as a copy? Yes, and it wasn't just any random copy. It was Daichi Nagata, the ultimate soccer player. Who's that? Wait, what? You mean Daichi? Haru's boyfriend from his Danganronpa season? Indeed. Holy shit! As a Danganronpa fan, I'm sure he's going insane right now. Rui, Gumi, can you explain? Daichi and Haru were together in Danganronpa, but Daichi became a murder victim. Then after last year's game, a copy Daichi met with Haru, and the two became a couple again. What? This is crazy! Maybe the two of them were just destined to be together. They got a second chance, and they made the most of it. It's something that most of us couldn't even dream of. Yeah. Oh, Takeshi. You have something you want to talk about, buddy? How many of these copies survived that game? 4. Megumi Edogawa, Daichi Nakata, Alucard Eldritch, and Kaede Akamatsu. Surely you know them all, Rui. Yeah, I do. They were all quite popular in Danganronpa. I see. So just... Except Gumi. Who's that? So just those 4 copies are still alive. The rest have died. Yes, just those 4. Wait a second. Megumi Edogawa? Like you, Gumi? That's right, she was my copy. I haven't told all of you about her, but it's not like it's a secret. The people who died in that game were also copies of rather famous Danganronpa characters. Like Chidori Sato, you know her, Bolaswa. Oh, of course, she worked with me in Minoru when we were trying to abolish Danganronpa. We've had some disagreements, but she's a very kind person. There's also Sayori Kurosawa, the film director. Yeah, I remember Sayori. Her relationship with Anthony Bartholomew, the ultimate sketchbook artist, was one of the most popular romance subplots in the show's history. Oh, that's cute. For those who don't know, this is some context that I can actually provide. I don't need the comic I don't need Raven to give me context on this one. There's a guy I follow on Twitter, and he does too, obviously. Who Yume ships himself with Sayori. So they decide to add him into the game. That's adorable. I love it. They even did a cute little drawing with him and Sayori. Oh man, I gotta say, like, one of the things I respect the most about Raven and Aru is that they're really in tune with the fans of their game. Like, they're always interacting with them on the Discord server, and you know, doing just random shit like that. That I don't think I've seen many other creators of anything really, you know, go that far. It's very sweet. It's very sweet, and again, like, even you know, for me personally, like, again, given this opportunity to play the game early when I'm such like an unknown YouTuber, it's very cool. It's very cool. I still remember the first time they commented on my on one of the Live or Die videos. I was not expecting it at all. I got like jump scared. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? It was really awesome. It's one of the things I respect the most about those two. But this is the guy I was talking about. I think I mentioned him already a couple episodes ago. Who was like live tweeting his reactions to the Danganronpa games, or to the Live or Die games. So oh man, I can't wait to see his reaction to this. This is gonna be awesome. Wasn't that the same dude who was making out with Hayato? Yeah, I may have mentioned too that he's also right now in a Hayato obsession arc. They just made him a huge fucking player in this universe, I guess. Wasn't that the same dude who's making out with Hayato in the corner at the convention? Talk about lowering your standards. Well, I'm not going to comment on his taste in guys. Okay, but were there any other copies of Wolves? There was a copy of Haru and of you, Takeshi. Me? What? Yeah, Gumi told me about it before. Wait a second, you told Rui but not me? I didn't because I thought it would be irrelevant. Irrelevant? Another me existing is irrelevant to you? Well, used to exist. I was also afraid that you would react in an emotional way, like you're doing right now. Please calm down, Takeshi. So since you didn't list him as one of the survivors, I assume he didn't make it. That's right, I'm sorry. That really makes me uncomfortable. So, who murdered him then? No one. What do you mean, no one? He wasn't murdered, he was executed. He killed another player and lost the trial. So I killed someone again? It wasn't you, it was your copy. But you had the same personality, right? What does that matter? It matters a fucking lot. Takeshi? Do you already forget what happened to Rika? She killed her girlfriend in her first game and now she did it again. What does it have to do with anything? It means that we have been programmed to follow certain patterns. We're falling into the same scenarios again and again. So I became a killer in my first game, and my copy did too, then I'm destined to do it again here. No, I don't know about that, buddy. Maybe let's just take a breather. Takeshi, what are you saying? There's no such thing as destiny. You have free will, which means you can control your own actions. But, Takeshi, I'll be the first one to admit that it's difficult to fight our imprint personalities, but still, we can't overcome it if we try hard enough. Easy for you to say. You haven't just learned about your own execution. Takeshi, you're not destined to be a killer. I'm sure you can be a good guy. Maybe. Maybe you're right, but this stress does not help our situation. I feel even worse than I did before. I'm gonna go lay it down in my room. Very well. Bourgeois, do you have anything else that you want to discuss? Not really. In that case, I'll be going too. I'll see you later. Bye. Alone again. Huh, are we really destined to repeat the same patterns every time? No, that excuse is way too easy. I know that I can overcome my programming. If I can't, I'll just end up like Hayato. Alright then, I shouldn't stay here alone. I think I saw some more people in this area. I could talk to them. But where in this area? Oh, right there. I found them. Hey there, are you doing something? I just left our meeting with Gumi and I came across these two. It's nothing important. You see, Kazuki is still upset about the Crash Team Racing tournament. Oh, what was wrong with the tournament? I'm not upset, okay? I just lost and I hate losing. Well, Hayato deliberately targeted you the whole time. There was little that you could have done. No, if I was good enough, I would have won. Dude, I haven't won either, and I played this game like 100 times. Still, I can always improve. So what are you planning to do? He asked me to be his training partner. A training partner, really? What's so weird about that? Training with a partner usually brings better results than doing it alone. So you're really socializing. I'm so happy to see that. It's really not that big of a deal. So you two are going to the game room? That's right, it's not like we have anything else to do right now. If I train hard, the next tournament will be... I don't like the sound of that. What was that? I thought we were going to do some more gaming. Oh no. Someone is in danger. They wouldn't be a mortar now, would there? I mean... Usually by like episode 3 we have a murder in these in this series. But I made the episodes a bit shorter, so I wasn't sure how and we're in episode 4 of the chapter right now. Man, I guess it's possible. Oh god. Well, at least I know it's not Kokoro, so I mean, there's that. Oh no, please not another murder. Let's go, maybe we can still help them. I think the scream came from the sports room. Okay then, let's go now. It's not murder. It's not murder. It's not murder. It's not. It's not. Oh, fuck it is. No! Who is it? No! Oh, no, I thought it was someone different. I thought it was Sumire for a minute. There's... Oh my god, did he actually fucking kill Hayato, though? Now, I'm shocked for a completely another reason now. Fuck you, man. They did the Kokichi on us. God fucking damn it.
It's a lie!
Oh, okay. I need to calm down. Jesus Christ. Like I said, I thought it was Sumire at first. I know the colors are different, but I saw stripes and was like, oh no! Oh god, okay. And then I saw Hayato, and I wasn't necessarily sad, but like, I mean, I was kind of sad. I do like voicing Hayato a lot. But I was more shocked than anything else that they would kill him this early. I didn't even think they'd do the Kokichi thing on us, because it's like, why would they do that? Because they're jerks, that's why. Ow. What happened here? It fucking hurts. He's been wounded, we have to stop the bleeding. Can't we just let him die? That would be the best for everyone. No, Kazuki, I'm a doctor. I swore to protect every human life. Atsu, come here. I need someone who will help me carry him to the infirmary. Sure. Come on, we need to get him there before he bleeds out. Well, there's definitely an attempted murder at the very least, it seems. Damn. Kokoro surely can act under pressure. Yeah, she does. Although I still think it'd be better just leave him. But then we would have to survive another trial, and there's no guarantee that we would succeed. True. Well, then what do we do now? I think we should investigate. What, the attack on Hayato? But no one was murdered. Yes, but I still think we should find out what happened. The assailant might try and finish the job later, so if we discover who it was, we might prevent their move. Smart. Well, you're the expert at solid murders, and when you add my intellect, we're bound to find the attacker. Fair enough. Okay. So we got an investigation without a murder. Interesting. Okay, let's search this room first. Then let's check the rest of the island for good measure. We can also ask other people if they saw anything. Right, let's go. Okay. Huh. Why I like this is interesting. I am afraid though that the murder is around the corner. An arrow. And it's covered in blood. And that's people with wounded Hayato. He was very lucky that I did not kill him. Will this guy's luck ever run out? Maybe he should have been one of the ultimate lucky students in Danganronpa. Very clever. Haha. The glass has been shattered. It wasn't like this before, right? Yeah, I think it must have happened during the attack on Hayato. Which means the Koga was most likely outside. Yes, I doubt they could have been in the room when you were standing outside. Interesting. Where would they need to be standing, though? Guys, what's going on? I heard a scream and then some people came running. Hayato was attacked. Someone tried to kill him. Did they succeed? Unfortunately not. Otherwise, you'd have heard the body discovery announcement. That's right. Maru, even if no one was killed, we want to find out who did it. Did you see anything suspicious? Not really. And do you have an alibi? Yeah, I was on the main island of Bolswa. He can confirm it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, they have to be like... Ooh, they'd probably have to be on the top floor of this room if I had to guess. Interesting. I wonder if we're gonna find out who did it, or if we're just gonna... We're gonna have to wait until a murder happens to figure that out. Because that would... either way would be interesting. Whether we find out who did it now or later. Is this a bow? Yeah, it seems like the real thing, not a replica. How did it get here? There wasn't anything like that in the tool shack. I think I know. The sports room had boxes with various equipment, and we haven't searched them all yet. Clearly we should have done that. Yeah, that's on us. So the attack was shot from here? But then someone should have seen it. Oh, so it wasn't from the top floor. Never mind. I wonder. Ugh. Okay, so they were just standing out here in the open? Or maybe they used this little window. I don't know. Yeah, someone should have seen it. We were chilling here. Like, I don't know. I feel like no one would sneak in like that. Would be able to sneak in. Even when we were, like, down here. Like, I don't know. Very suspicious. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That's horrible. Someone has attacked again? You know already? Yeah, that's who told us while carrying Hayato at full speed. At least no one had to die this time. I'm not sure if that's such a good thing. Hayato is horrible, but I don't wish death on anyone. But then again, we agreed that if anyone of us wanted to commit murder, they would target Hayato. So someone delivered on that promise. Do you think it was because of the motive? If so, it worked awfully fast, and we just learned about it. Anyway, I assume that you haven't seen anything suspicious. Yeah, we were just over there near the entrance to the garden. Together? Yes, we were discussing our theories. I see. Well, thanks for the help. Yeah, it would be interesting to kind of find a culprit before, like, a murder actually happens. Like, a potential culprit. That's a very fun idea, I think. What's going on? It's Hayato. He's been attacked. Wait, so he's dead? No, he survived. Damn it! To lose that shot, I should have tried harder. I've been saying that about someone else, too. Still, we want to find out who did it. Did you see anything? I won't say who, for fear of retribution from the government, but... No, I was just chilling in this house the whole time. Alone? Yes. I see, so no one else entered this building. No, is that all? Yes, Aki, thank you. Okay, so no one entered here. So we know they definitely did not shoot from the top floor then. I don't know, I'm still looking around. I'll go to the top floor just in case. Just in case. Haha! I knew there'd be something up here. The window is open. It wasn't open before? Not when we were first checking out this building. I see. So if no one was in here then... Was it you? Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. Hold on, is there anything down here? Just to be safe. I doubt it, but... No, nothing. Nothing. Not a zilch zip. So I'm guessing they just threw the bow out the window then, and that's how it ended up here. But still. Well, I guess Aki could have been in the building even before we got here. Atu, you're back already. Yeah, Kokoro told me to return and tell you the news. You left her alone? Yeah, I'm with Kazuki. What the fuck, man? But that means she was left alone with Hayato. Well, yeah, but I don't think he would be in a state to attack someone. I surely hope so. We can check up on them after we solve this case. So what news do you have for us? Gogoro said she analyzed Hayato's wounds. He was hit in the head with an arrow. It grazed his eye, but didn't penetrate the skull. Ouch. It's like I said, he's incredibly lucky. The most evil people are usually the hardest to assassinate. Yeah, just a few centimeters to the side and he'd be dead. But I don't think his eye can be saved. Maybe it'll make him less dangerous to us. Anything else, Atsuo? Yes, Kokoro said the deer hit Hayato from an angle. Yes, it was going downward as if he was shot from the sky. Ah, so I think I was right. Then it's Aki. Aki did it. Interesting. Very well, I think I know everything now. You do? It's not a very complicated case. I guess it's lucky for her, too, that she didn't fucking kill him. Otherwise, she would be gone. Very quickly, too. Let's gather everyone in the main building, and I'll tell you what I discovered. Alright. Alright, everyone is here. Wait, everyone? Hi! Why is Hayato here? Yeah, I thought he was heavily wounded. He insisted on coming here. Of course, I need to know which fucker ruined my pretty face. I can't, so I can thank them personally. In that case, maybe I don't want to reveal the truth. Cause like, if it is Aki, like, I don't know, I don't blame her for doing it. You did kind of kill her best friend. But what about your wounds? They weren't that bad. I look like a cool pirate now, right? Arg! No, they were. He was bleeding heavily and his eye has been irreversibly damaged. That's why I got this cool eye patch. You look like an idiot. Look who's talking. An eye patch should not be enough for such a wound. At least not just 1 hour after the injury. I think I know the reason. It's because of the simulation we're in. What does that have to do with it? You see, when you're inside a simulation, you don't really get injured. Even when you die, it's because of the shock experienced by your brain, not any outside wounds. So because of that, any non-lethal wounds heal much quicker than in reality. I've heard about it. TDR made it that way. Because they did not want the players getting long-term injuries that didn't lead to deaths. Although they modified it so that the wounds would stay unchanged after death. So that they would be visible during the investigation? Exactly. I now noticed that when I was in the simulation for the first time. But then again, all of our murder attempts were successful. I suppose we can't deny the fact that we're inside a simulation anymore then. Right? Okay, but do we know who attacked Hayato? Have you found that out yet? Yes, we solved this case already. That's right. Well then don't keep us waiting. Okay, listen well. Alright, yeah, I know this one. Finally, I can get one of these right. Oh, I didn't think I was playing as him. That caught me off guard. It was Aki. Indeed. Aki, you did it? That wouldn't be surprising considering her words before. You have any evidence or are you just talking bullshit? Honestly, I was kind of prepared for me to click Aki and then be like, nope. We have some, yes. First of all, the place where Hayato was attacked. Where was it? Well, considering all the options, it must have been the summer house, second floor.
I got it.
The second floor of the summer house. Why there? The arrow went through the window of the sports room. I believe this is this Mr. Babru? I know he was supposed to voice someone in this game, and I think that's him. I don't know. I only have a passing knowledge of his video, so his voice isn't like fully ingrained in my mind. And the window was facing the summer house. But couldn't the attacker have been just outside the room? No, because of the angle of the arrow's path. It was going downward, which means that the attacker was shooting from up above. Either way, whoever is the voice for him, very, very, very good. And the one place high up in that direction was the second floor of the summer house. It's very fitting. We also found that the window on the second floor was open, which would fit the theory. Not to mention that we found the bow on the ground near that window. Like, it sounds almost elegant in a way, the way he says his lines, which I, you know, like very professional. I see, the attacker threw it out the window so that you wouldn't know where they were. Okay, how does it point to Aki? She was the only person inside the house, and she told us herself she didn't see anyone else there. Yeah, she didn't even try and frame someone. What an idiot. So Aki, do you want to tell us that there was someone else there after all? Is that all you have? Well, how about the fact that you basically confessed to being the culprit? I did what? Yeah, that was pretty careless of you. Can you explain? We told her that Hayato was attacking. She said the loser that shot him should have tried harder. How did you know that he was shot? You never left the summer house after all. What a dumb mistake. You wanted to hide your crimes, but my beloved really caught you like the loser you are. I'm not his beloved. Shit. Also, I don't blame you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The answer is clear. It seems so. Normally at this point we would vote, but fortunately we don't have to. Cause you fucked up. Aki, did you do it? I don't think there's much point in denying it now. Ugh. Sure I did it. Guess the cat's out of the bag. I shot Hayato from the summer house. I used a bow once before in my life, but I suppose it wasn't enough. You little bitch, you scratched my perfect face. I was about to say, I feel like there was something about someone using the bow in this game, but I might have been thinking of something else. I couldn't quite place it. So I don't know if Aki mentioned that in passing before and I just forgot it, or honestly I could just be thinking of something, another unrelated thing. Get my wires crossed. Aki, was it because of the motive? The motive? There's a motive? Yes, did you believe that the mastermind is using a soft connection? Of course not. I was actually hoping that was a hard connection. But why? Isn't it obvious? I want to kill that bastard. I told you I want revenge for Ayumi. Hayato is dangerous, so I suppose I understand wanting to get rid of him. But murder isn't the way. Oh, this is hilarious. This dumb bitch wanted to release her sane anger on me, but failed miserably. In fact, you should be thankful that I survived. Since your plan was so stupid, you got discovered immediately. So if I died, Deals will be watching your execution right now. How did such a loser even manage to win her Danganronpa game? Shut up. I'll get you next time. Oh, you think so? Well then do it! Shoot me again! We like cut to black and then like back to the game and he has like 2 eye patches now. Ugh. Oh, that's right, you can't. You had one chance and you blew it. Now even if you somehow manage to kill me, everyone will know it was you. And they will execute you like the dirty killer you are. Okay, enough, Hayato. We solved the case, it's over. Oh, it's not over for me, though. I've got something to tell this little bitch. What? See, I told you that I didn't need to kill anyone for now, but I'll make a special exception for you. Of course, I won't kill anyone else in this game, as I'd probably get executed, but as soon as I get out of the simulation, I will butcher you like a pig, bitch. Oh, really? Does he have any other insults? Yes, really, and if you happen to die before the game ends, then I'll just find your friends and family and butcher them instead. You can meet them in hell. Joke's on you, I have no friends or family. Oh, there must be someone you care about. Your roommate, your pet hamster, your favorite YouTuber? Hey, leave YouTubers out of this. Yeah! We're already oppressed enough as is. I think you're scaring me with your insanity gimmick. Who would Aki's favorite YouTuber be? I gotta wonder now. Oh no! Not Zack Scott Games! Well, listen to this fucker. Huh? I will make damn sure that you don't leave this fucking game alive. I will watch you die here even if it's the last thing that I ever do. Ooh, scary. Well, challenge accepted. You're welcome to try. Okay, can we please stop with the death threats? No one has to die. As I thought, this is very interesting. I'm very engaged. Alicia is right, that's enough. So what do we do now? I think we should celebrate. Celebrate? Yeah, despite the move, no one has died. We can drink to that. You and your drinking again. I mean, it's not such a bad idea. Then do it yourself. I don't drink anymore. Didn't you drink during the toast at the banquet? That was sparkling water. I don't want to touch alcohol ever again. Well, then to each their own. Okay then, we're all alive. Let's keep it that way. We can end this meeting now. That's my job, you know. But yeah, alright, let's leave this place. Well, that was unexpected. At least no one had to die yet. I still have some time before nighttime. Well, according to the clock. I think there were 2 groups of people going to the 3rd island. I could speak with them. I love how Bull saw's reaction to find out Aki was the killer is to give her, like, a mild, like, slap on the wrist. Like, no, Aki, that was wrong. Oh, man. I genuinely understand where she was coming from, though. Fuck. Things are getting intense, though, between Aki and Hayato. Understandably. And God, I wonder how that's gonna play out. Oh man, there is definitely again with the death flags. I could see this being a death flag raising moment for Aki in some way. Oh man, it's about I kind of do want her to get revenge though. Like I know it's kind of bad, but like I don't know. I feel like if anyone deserves it, it's Aki. But we're in not the episode here, I guess. Oh man. Things are getting real. Things are getting intense. Shit's getting serious. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Hope you guys have a lovely day. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye!